Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for a album review, and this is one of the new album reviews for this Friday, May 13th releases and all that. So this is for Becky G's new album Esquemas, I believe is how you pronounce it, which also means schemes, an English term and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing this album and letting you know my thoughts on it. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this 14 track album for Becky G. Esquemas album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this album review. Now, overall, I didn't hate the production in this album. It's actually pretty interesting with the mixing and the sounds for how the songs are structured out. I think the only song I had a problem with was Rom Pom Pom. The way Becky G was singing it and the featured artist in it too didn't really execute too well, so I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's one of the weakest songs on this album, but Buen Dia, I believe, is the first song on to open this album up, and that was not too bad. I didn't hate the melody, and Becky G singing in it didn't sound so bad, so 4.5 out of 5. Fulanito. Uh, didn't like the featured artist in it, so yeah, the song is a bit underwhelming. So 3.5 out of 5. But Becky G sounds good in it. The featured artist kind of sucked in it, so I wasn't feeling for his vocals pretty much. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Um, Tajin, I believe is how you pronounce it. I don't know for sure. Um, but it's not a bad song, so I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. I like the melody and I like some of the way Becky G is singing the song along with, I guess, a featured artist in the song. So, yeah, Tajin getting a 4.5 out of 5. Flashback, I thought it was going to be an English wording song, but it was mostly her Becky G singing in Spanish. And this whole album is basically a Spanish album. So if you're not into this Spanish feel kind of album that it's going for, then this is not the album for you. But I don't hate this album. I just think it's decent, at least. It's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah. Flashback, I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. I kind of enjoyed the melody and some of the production in it, and the mixing in it's pretty good too, and Becky G singing in it sounds not too bad. Bale Con Me X, I believe is how you pronounce it. That wasn't a bad song. I kind of liked it to an extent. It's one of the stronger tracks on this album, and I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Next is Dolores, I believe is how you pronounce it. Sorry, I'm writing something down so I make sure what I rated the song and all that. But yeah, Dolores, I'm giving a 4.5 out of 5. I did enjoy majority of that song. Una Más is the next song, and that was actually not a bad song, even though it was short, but it was still well executed for some moments in it, and then other moments just feel a little sluggish to get through. So, yeah, Baraka, I believe is how you pronounce it. Barasha, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't hate that song. I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's another solid track. Kill Bill was a decent song. Not my personal favorite, but I like some things in it. With Becky G singing in Spanish, and it doesn't sound so bad. But basically, it's just, I guess, about the character Kill Bill. So 4 out of 5 for this one. I don't know if I feel for some of the production in it, but the way Becky G is singing in it is doing alright. And my opinion at least. Quela Muerda, I believe is how you pronounce it. Um, Not 100% sure if I pronounced it right. That wasn't a bad song. I think it was a strong track for what it was going for. So 4.5 out of 5. Guapa is a decent song, and like I said, Rom Pom Pom was another least favorite. I actually found Fulanito and Rom Pom Pom to be the weakest tracks on this album. So I reiterate what I said at the beginning of this review, saying that the only weakest song was Rom Pom Pom. There was another one that was a weak one, Fulanito. But Becky G's vocals in that song sounded alright, except for the featured artist in the second song of this album. But to continue on, Guapa was a decent track. Don't know if I feel for some of the way Becky G is singing it in Spanish, but I think it executes decently. So 4 out of 5. No Mienten is a decent song, and finally, Mommy is the last song, and that was decent too to end this album in a decent way. So overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Becky G Esquemas album was decent. It wasn't anything special, but it was something at least to get us through the year with more music to come and all that. But overall, I think her second album, Esquemas, Becky G's new album, was decent. I'm going to give it a decent rating. So, first score for me, in my opinion, I'm giving Becky G Esquemas album a 7 out of 10. This was a decent album. It's below average, but yeah, it's decent. I was going to give it an average score because of the melody, but there was a few songs that had some production problems, but other than that, I think this album was fairly decent, so 7 out of 10 for me. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Becky G album Esquemas, if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this album review I made for you guys tonight, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I'll have the My Chemical Romance track review coming out sometime tonight. I heard that their new song just came out today sometime. So I'm going to give it a listen and see what I think of it. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this Becky G Esquemas album review. I'm going to have the Northman movie review probably coming out during the weekend, I think. And I actually have some news to tell you guys, but that'll wait till next week. And yeah. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Becky G Esquemas album review. Keep in mind I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Sorry that my nose is itchy and all that. So I'm gonna be ending this video by saying thank you so much for watching the Becky G Esquemas album review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, guys. Take care. I'll have another video coming out soon. And as always, I'll see you in my next review.